on this capacitor, I mean, I'm sorry, on this AC unit, like just the fan wouldn't go on, hot air, things of that nature. So common things that you look for immediately is the capacitor, see if it's bulged out, got fat, or the contactor's not coming in or something. This unit is a Garrison 3-ton, and well, the interesting thing on this one was that the capacitor, and I got a new one here. Let me see if I can focus in on this one. Yeah, so it is a dual run capacitor for this Garrison 3-ton. Now I'm not gonna go into the model and all that stuff, but anyways, I can. But here we go. So if you look at this one, I mean, it looks pretty flat. The only thing I can say about the other one was it looked kind of rusty up here, but you can tell I mean, if it's fan F and usually hermetic, or usually have an H and a C common for common ground in fan. But I want you to note that on common it has the 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the fan has 1, 2 poles, and on the hermetic, or this one is the one that goes to the compressor. I need to focus on that. Okay, so hermetic, this goes to the compressor. This one goes to the compressor. This one right here, compressor. This one goes to the fan outside, so it has 1, 2, and the common has 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one has 1, 2, 3. So it has 4, 3, and 2 poles, not poles, but blades to come into. So that's very important when you're checking. So I use my ferrite tester, this one right here, so I also kind of keep it in the box. The HS35 is probably the best unit around, but this one, I mean, if I didn't have all the meters that I have, current meters, digital multimeters, when I got into the business of AC repair, well, I had all these meters, so I mean, why spend $195, $199, $190, whatever they are, because that's the range that they cost. The HS35, if you don't have a meter, that is probably the meter that you want. Now, being my scenario, just a capacitance meter, that's it. And especially this is MRAD engineered one, which is I think is pretty good. So I already field tested it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and install the AC because it's hot in the house, and nobody likes to be too hot. Another item of concern is the contactor right here. It was being pulled in, and I pulled it out. So, well, anyways, we will get to it, see if we can get it running, and then we'll check for everything else. But that capacitor was dead. I want you to note that the capacitors, or this one that goes mounted in here, is not always gonna look damaged. Don't make that mistake. Like, it's not gonna be fat and bulged out. You have to check it with a meter. The only thing, like I said, the only thing I could say is on this bottom portion, it looked a little bulged out, a little. So that kind of threw me for the loop. But then I took the meter out, and well, yeah, it is bad. And this is a 7.5. Let me see if I can go to it. A 7.5 microfarad plus or minus 5 volts. Of course, 50 to 60 hertz in the USA. Now, the other one that I had is a 370 and 440. So up here, I got a 440. So I can go up in from 370 to 440, but I can't go the other way. Say I had a 440 and then put a 370, I couldn't do that. But this is what is available at the store, and it is an OEM. And that's why I decided to go with it. If it wasn't an OEM, I don't think I would have paid more than $20. But then I don't, 1 or 2 years it'd be dead. So this is an OEM unit, and it'll fit. Capacitance is correct. It can take a little bit more voltage, so we're gonna put this one in there. We'll see if it runs. Check you guys in a bit. And success. There you go. You see the here. So little explanation on what that capacitor does. Motor's going, and it produces some back EMF. or voltage, back electromagnetic field. That may be important, like in your starter motor on your car. Why doesn't it just keep drawing current when you put your key in and you turn it on? Why doesn't it just stay closed and constantly keep the starter going? Well, the reason for that is because when the motor starts going, or you have a coil and a piece of metal, and it goes up and it starts spinning, which is what you do with the starter, start spinning. Well, it's gonna initially draw some current, but when it starts going, it starts spinning fast enough, it's gonna start producing something called back EMF. So the current wants to go in reverse, but when it reaches a certain level and threshold, it cuts off, and that's why your switch really cuts off from your car. It's not your key, it's the back EMF. But anyways, as you can see, we're producing and venting hot air from inside the house, and all it was is capacitor. But keep in mind, on this one, I want you to know that it wasn't the contactor over here, because I tried to pull the contactor right here. I pulled the contactor in and out, and it would come in, but the fan would not go. I was dreading the fan, that one being, because then that one you have to cut the rod and everything. But most of the time, this is going to be your failure, your capacitor. Check that it's not fat bulged up, and you should be good to go. I should really replace the contactors, but there's really nothing wrong with it. I don't see any reason why. Don't do this what I'm doing, because I've been doing it for a long time, but you haven't. So anywho's, there it is. Nice functioning AC unit. Give me a ring, 214-600-3105. Bye-bye.